You don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They start the drive with Cook. Big hold of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. 3rd down here. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Here's Ryan Quigley now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Looking to throw. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And give him a gain of 37. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Here we go.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And now out comes Minnesota. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And complete right side to Cook. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On second down, Cook. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out.
Wide. 99. Check 99. Hey, 382. Liz 50. The hard. 180.
On play action, Cousins. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Deshaun Hall in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Come on, line. We better than that.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you, 25. I'm coming after you, 25. Here I come.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got the hook up here to Vincent Jackson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Taken in at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
No. Check. Patriot. Hey, boys, got 4 down. Now let's go. Boom, landed.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The target that time was Vincent Jackson, and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
It's complete to Diggs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Cousins now to throw on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. comes to Cook. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. The Vikings on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Play fake. Cousins. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it. Cook. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They've had a... They're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now.
On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Little motion now from the tight end. A handoff, McCaffrey running right, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, Carolina.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Watch left. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
Play action now. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Vincent Jackson, as the first half is winding down, and the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Tight end right.
Let's go.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he is knocked down from the side. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Double tight. Double tight. Hey, we got 4. We got 4.
All right, here we go.
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Everyone's got 4. 4
All right, now, look at me.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Kill. Turn up. Eyes up.
This is McCaffrey on the give. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
17, guys. Check them out.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Now Cousins. Being chased out left. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 3rd down, Murray. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Cousins now on second down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Hey, watch left, watch left. Watch Swiss. Mike, check, 59.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Watch right there. Down to lose one. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. 59, Mike. Check, 59.
They go play action. Cousins. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Vincent Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Forbath to add the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Forbath out to kick this one away. about a yard deep. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 22-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 3-19. Leopard.
They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now running right through him. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
And the D looking like they may blitz. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Back to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Pushing through the contact. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Well, we know one bench is jumping up and down in excitement right now after that punt return for a touchdown. Whether they go for a PAT or go for 2, probably depends on the team's philosophy, doesn't it?
Either way, made it a 1-score game. Still a little work to do, though, here in the 4th. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
Hey, Oscar! Check 43! Hey, Pacer!
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And some room to work. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
3 down, 3 down.
Jahan! 180!
Hey, check 5. Watch it, 5.
Wide.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Ringo!
Rush Sid.
Jahan! Throw!
Rush Sid.
Clear 50, here we go!
Jam.
Hey, Flipper!
Cook following the penalty. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Switch.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Buying time to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
Check 55, Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Lucky 50. Check. Hey, yo. Kill.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. A first down throw for Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. Pass. There he goes left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Now we give right side McCaffrey. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Panthers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now let's go. All right, now look at 56. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. This is McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Watch tight end.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Second down and just one.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Behind. Yellow. Rhino.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Getting into the playoff.